Still watching The Breakfast Show, and now it's time for our second segment. It's a very interesting one because it's about color therapy, and many of you might be wondering what exactly is color therapy, but that's what we're going to be knowing today. Now, apart from the reality for color being simply just a light of varying wavelength, and it's a form of energy that is used in color, yet colors are very effective and influential on a human being. They do form his physical, mental and emotional awareness, and it's very strong and it's very interesting, and I personally want to know more about color therapy, and that's why I'm delighted to have joining us here in the studio Miss Dalia Al-Ghibali. Ms. Dalia Al-Ghibali, you're a specialist in color therapy. You're also a human development expert. Thank you very much for joining us.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us, and let's start with this. How can color be a therapy, and therapy from what? What kind of illnesses?
A therapy from, first we can explain what is a therapy. It's to rebalance, as you said, to reform the body, mind and spirit, using the energy of the color, which is a wave, that can be reforming everything or rebalance it. We can use it for mental or spiritual or physical illness or imbalance. For example, if you can have a headache, you can use color therapy to reduce your headache. According to from where it comes your headache. Yeah. The cause of your headache, if it was less sleeping, or what is the cause, you can balance it through using the color therapy.
Using color, you mean I look at this color, for example, so it heals?
You can wear it, or look at it, or even imagine it, or think about it.
Yes,
or
now,
eat something that can carry the color.
Yes, now what I know about colors is that each color symbolizes something. It has a meaning. Each person has their favorite colors, which would more likely shape or represent their personality. But tell us about the therapy part of the color. I mean, when I'm angry, what color would be reflected on me? If I'm upset and I want to be happy, what color should I wear to change my mood? Does it depend on the days of the month? I mean, it's a very complicated thing that we need the viewers to know more about.
First, we can say that it's personalized. So you cannot say in general that if I am upset, I will wear pink or teal. Yes, it can work, but it needs to be more personalized. Why you are upset, what's your colors you are always using, so you are overexposure to that color, so you need to have the opposite of in the color wheel. So first, understand colors. We need to understand that colors are separated to two main groups, which cold colors and warm colors. Cold colors like blues and greens, and it can be more cold, and it makes things more scenes smaller and more far. The warm colors like reds and oranges, yellows, and it makes things seems to be more near and bigger. Then we can divide those groups of colors to 4, and to be related more to the personal characters, and they are using it in fashion designs and makeup artists. As the seasons of the year, summer, winter, spring, and autumn. Each of these colors include all the colors, but with different tones. So, for example, the spring tones are more bright, the autumn tones are more like to earth colors, and the winter ones are the more lila colors. So it's different from a personality to another. The more creative and active personality seems to be more spring colors, and the more cool one, it's to be winter colors. So according to that tones, all people can wear all colors, but their special tones. This is in general. Number two, specifically I can use. There are some calculations that I can count my needed color to be as a therapy. If I have an overexposure to the red, so I need the blue. But how can I know that I'm overexposed to that? There are some calculations that I can count what's my name vibes color, what's my birth date vibes color, and what's my lovely color I'm always using color to count it. What is the overexposure color, and then I can have the opposite one as a therapy to be rebalanced, because I don't need to be overexposed to any color. I need to be balanced in the color wheel to be healthy, to be more balanced in my life, because if I'm balanced as a person, I'll be balanced in my life. This is the first. About the each color symbol or meaning, we can say that each color really has a symbol or meaning, and it can be used for anybody. For example, the red color is for more angry persons. They are using it all the time. So when we see an angry person or an angry situation, we can say that there's an over red exposure for the problem, and we need to rebalance with the blue. But in order to, if we can say that the opposite, if we can see that there is a person who has a more calm, and he is too cool to be active, we need to the red. Did you got it?
Yes, I did.
Ms. Adam, sometimes when you wake up in the morning in a very bad mood, you usually tend to wear dark colors.
Yes.
Can you heal your own self by, when finding yourself in this mood, you wear bright colors? I mean, you know how to heal yourself by
the dark
choosing the right
colors
color
are
for you.
always wear or dressed when you need power. When you need power, you need to wear dark or blacks, maybe, because as we said that it's energy. Color are energies. So when we wear black, it magnifies all the energy, but more positive and negative ones at the same time. You are always using that, choosing your colors a day unconsciously. But if you think for a while, which color can be useful for me today? What I'm gonna do today? If I have a meeting, or if I have a friend to see, if I'm going to be a long day and I need more activities, so I can wear more bright colors to give me the power to do that. If you need to talk about the meanings of the colors and the color symbols, we can talk about it now.
Yes, but let me just ask you something very important, because you mentioned an interesting issue of energy, and I've read a lot of books about energy, and they relate very directly to the bond between the human being and Earth and their surroundings, and what you can absorb negatively and possibly what you can let out. Now, when we're talking about colors and color therapy, what form of energy takes place over there? I mean, we were talking about the fact that how my mood would be reflected on colors. Let's talk about the opposite thing over here. How can colors affect my mood and be reflected on my daily life?
Okay. For example, if I'm in a dark place and in a dark blue colored wall room, I can easily sleep, and I will not concentrate on my work. If I'm in a place like a red-colored, warm place, I will be easily angry. You know, the dressing room of the football team, it's always blue, but the door is red. The blue to be calm, but the red door to be like an activity bump to motivate them before playing.
Mhm.
So that can be a direct connection between the mood and the colors. For example, they are using red colors in fast food
Yes.
places, outlets, because you need to be hungry fast, and to eat fast, and to leave fast, and to pay fast, in order to have other customers as fast as possible. So that's why they are using the red color.
Very interesting. Now, of course, unfortunately, our time is up with you, and we're very delighted because that's a very interesting piece of information. We'll be delighted to have you, of course, later on in our shows. Once again, I'd like to thank you very much, Dalia Gebeli, specialist in color therapy and also human development expert. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being with us. And now Egypt and India are enjoying strong political, economic and cultural ties. Celebrating recently the ITEC Day in Cairo, the Indian Embassy organized a gathering which was attended by a number of Egyptian ministers as well as Egyptians who have been trained in various sources organized under the ITEC in India. Yasmin Ibrahim was there and got us this report on the event.